Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Saturday. You're probably not going to find this thing out there, but take it away, Mr. Magazine.
I guess we're starting with the heavy hitter of them all. Sport Magazine, April 1972. Bobby Orr covered Joe Theismann. Where is it? Bobby Orr covered... Oh, Joe Theismann must be in the title somewhere.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, got this from that
He's happy he chose Canada.
Wow, good for him.
Blame Canada.
Yes, of course. Anywho, picked up a big sport collection, I don't know, a year and a half ago or so. I graded 200 of them. I got two 9.8s, which is a first for me for any magazines, I believe. Maybe a Kim Kardashian, I got a 9.8, but I got an Ali and this Bobby Orr. There's no comp, so I guessed at 5,000. Probably a little high, but someone countered at 3, and I jumped at 3,000 for this, seeing that don't have a lot into it, and how much more could it really be worth? If it's Sports Illustrated, I could see it being worth more, but Sports not as popular. It's not a 1960s early rookie shot, so I'm happy.
I would be as well. Plus, it's got Joe Theismann, and he's happy in Canada.
Exactly. I'm happy at
exactly.
Paper Goy's house. Next up, Kurt Vonnegut autographed Breakfast of Champions signed edition book with COA. Got this from my book guy. I think I took in the 300 ranges or something like that. We were probably a little high on it, but it is sealed autographed edition, and that's all I got to say about it.
Nice. Kurt Vonnegut.
Next up,
something we don't know what it is.
Star Wars Empire Strikes Back original lobby card set of 8. I picked up a huge collection of lobby card sets probably 10 years ago, maybe even longer, and they've been sitting around here and there, and we broke some up, sold some, and we got my manager listing a few more, and I took I think 125 on this. So,
which actually is pretty good because lobby cards tend not to be. I'm sure there's some very valuable ones, but in general,
I think people don't realize that they made a lot of them for whatever reason. They're out there. But,
every theater got one,
so,
or potentially got one. Yeah.
But they're in great shape. Next up, Starline Bernie Kosar 1988 NFL poster, 16 by 20, Cleveland Browns. These are kind of popular. I mean, you don't have to be a Hall of Famer like Bernie Kosar is not. But I took $35 for this, and I got a bunch of different ones. They come with a little backer on them.
Oh, okay, so they're flat.
Yep, they're flat. But I've sold a bunch of them, and they're popular. I remember, when I was a kid in the 80s and 90s, I had Bo Jackson on my wall from this, and they were popular then. They're popular now.
Nice.
All right. Marilyn Monroe, Norma Jean, 1947 Glamour Photography Flyer, original 9x6. I took $50 on this.
That's all that's worth.
I know I had it listed for not too long, or a couple months, but $50, piece of paper out of a magazine. So can't argue with that, I guess. I'm sure I didn't pay much for it.
Now, how did you know that was Marilyn? I mean, obviously you don't go through the magazine and pull it out.
I think this was from that collection, the Mike Pierce collection from years ago, because it was all Marilyn stuff together.
Yeah, right.
So when she was younger, she didn't look as
she wasn't Marilyn.
Exotic. Next up, I think this is the second time it's actually sold. We had
19 bids, holy.
Yep. Kenner Small Soldiers Chip Hazard 12-inch action figure, 1998, $129, and can't argue with that. Loose, I'm thinking it's got to be $50 to $75. So if you see this at a garage sale for $5 or $10, I would jump on it.
Now, is he a tough character, or is that a hot?
I think he's a popular one from the movie. So,
okay.
But I'm sure they didn't make a lot of them when they came out. It wasn't real popular at first.
No, I guess I'm asking: is everything in the Small Soldiers good, or?
I would think they're all good, and some obscure characters, and would be good. Anything in this box, still sealed would probably be $100 or more. I'm guessing. You're talking almost 30 years old at this point. Next up, vintage Marvel Comics superheroes photo black and white press promo, $500. We originally listed this for $17.99. We got 10,000 of these different press photos from the Granite State collection. This was in there. I did not notice it was in there until a gentleman offered me $100 for it, and I told my manager, I think I want to keep that for my collection. Paperboy said, you got to keep it. So I canceled the listing. The guy never bought it. He reached out to me and said, hey, what happened to that? And I said, well, I'm a collector. I'm keeping it. He goes, well, that's my mother in there. I really like to see that. Get that.
Now, is his mother at the top?
She's the Spider-Man.
Oh, not at the top.
Yeah, not the Hulk. But he offered $500.
Oh, that's my mom.
Exactly. Okay. Are you done yet? Anyways, he offered me $500 for this, and I told Paperweight I have to sell this. So we did sell for $500. This person's very excited about getting it.
Right,
it's got to be super rare. I've never seen one, and who knows? Maybe there's other ones in the collection that are coming our way at some point. So
very cool.
Next up, Chip Lohmiller, Washington Redskins, 1993 starting lineup, point leader, Kenner cards. Goes to show you he's not a popular. He wasn't really popular. He had a cool name back in the day, but I think I took $14 for this, and there's probably not many out there that people actually saved. So this person probably was a Redskin fan or a Chip Lohmiller or whatever. But goes to show you that card's probably $1, but no one had it listed on eBay but me. So
right.
Next up, Ertl A-Team, whatever that word is, a shell. Is that like foreign Ertl or something? It must be, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A shell, 1/64 scale black die cast.
I like we both stopped and looked at both staring at the screen and going, I don't know.
Yeah, I got the full 46.98 on this thing. Had it for about a year and some change, but a cool piece. Loose, it's probably $20 mint.
Well, here's the thing, and I wouldn't know the answer to this, but I wonder if loose, if it differs at all from the American. In other words, do you think the bottom of the van has French on it also?
Yeah,
like
it could have been made in a different plant or something, sure. Yeah.
Well, they might have needed to do sort of selling in Canada or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to ask Joe Theismann. He's happy there.
Exactly. Next up, Fleer Baseball, 1982.
Oh, my gosh. I had
Cello
so
pack,
many of
sealed
those when I
new
was a kid.
56 cards. And honestly, this set is not worth a lot of money.
And those are about exactly the cards that I always got on top.
I got $40, $20 a sell. I mean, the set's probably only $20-$30 for the whole set. I mean, there's no major rookies or anything in there. Second year Henderson. I'm sorry. Ripken's in there.
Ripken, yeah.
I forgot about. But even so, $40. But I can't
but if they
argue
pull
with
a
that.
10 Ripken out of there.
Yeah, definitely. There you have it. Last up, Kit Kat Clock, KC Flyer, California Clock Company, jeweled yellow edition, new old stock, open box, $100. I got I think 4 different colors from the Granite State collection, and this one sold. I don't know about the other ones yet, but pretty cool piece, popular clock.
Yeah. I've actually, believe it or not, 20 years ago, before I was Papergoy, I was selling stuff, and I remember I bought one of those clocks for like $5 at a thrift store and got like $35 out of it back in the day. So I was like, oh, that clock always sells. Yeah. So I was happy with that. Yeah. I was almost Kit Kat Goy. Almost.
Wow, that would have been nice.
Almost. Forbes magazine, October 7, 2013, the richest people in America. Mr. Magazine probably bought it and just put his face on the cover. Nowadays with the Granite State collection, not sure. $24.26. Common Magazine, they generally don't sell very well. I only listed this because I got it from somebody in a big deal, and I'm like, well, what else am I going to do with it? But Warren Buffett.
Not attractive to look at, but it's not his fault. He's still rich. And, if it was someone more handsome, maybe it would sell for more.
Well, that's why Mr. Magazine's putting his mug on the cover. GM Today magazine. Now, those of you behind the paywall saw this before at I did a very truncated BOLO video. I got this at an estate sale. GMA Today magazine, GM Today magazine, February 1980, Epcot Center, Walt Disney World. So that was real early. Yeah. I actually did list this in the Disney category. I did not put it in magazine category.
Smart.
I put it in Disney, the theme park area.
Okay.
And it sold. Yeah. I assumed somebody out there was probably a collector of Epcot Center.
Yeah.
And apparently I was right.
Cool. Very good.
And it's only 8 pages also. So.
Wow.
LL Bean.
Cool.
LL Cool J. Fall 1937 catalog, Hunting Outdoors, Freeport, Maine Lynx. Actually, sort of a sucker buy, even though it went for $68, because a lot of people will ask $25 to $40 at shows. I happened to run into a dealer that had 20 on it, and I think I got it for 15. It did sell at bid, so somebody did buy it at the auction for 68. So I turned $15 into 50 after fees or whatever. So maybe $35 for my time.
We probably got one of these in the Granite State collection.
Well, if we do, then
right, Freeport, Maine, right? It's not too far.
If we do, then I can hit relist.
Yeah, perfect.
Up next, Magic School Bus, a lot of 22 softcover books from Scholastic. I do have all 22 pictured, as well as that picture up top. But that's because you do the merge on the first picture, but you have to take the pictures anyway to merge them.
Right.
So you might as well do it and then put them all in there.
Nice.
I got these in a house call, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these? And I just kind of sorted them out, and I said, Put them all in one lot. Who knows? Cool. I think I got $35 or something like that, which is a good deal for them because they pay $1.50 a book or whatever.
Sure.
But I'm not going to put all those up on Whatnot individually and whatever. So I said, happy to have that gone. This came from the Granite State Collection.
Wow.
Marvel Tales, March 1935, science fiction, H.P. Lovecraft, Clifford D. Seamack. Somebody offered $180 on it, and I said, we're going to move it for that. Not a title you see very often, but a very, very cool title, definitely.
Is this Marvel related to the Marvel Comics?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Okay. Because it was Marvel Tales, obviously. But,
wow. No, nothing to do with them at all.
Interesting. Yeah. Cool.
So $180 on that. You're not going to see them too often, but now if you do happen to see one, you know it's a very, very good title.
Cool.
And The Police, Ghost in the Machine. Be careful on these pop folios. Have you had them before?
I was going to say, that looks very familiar. I feel like I've had one or other ones that had the record like that,
They've Tattoo You by Rolling Stones, I know they had, and a few other ones. What they are is, if you look here, you can see it even better. It shows the record, where the record would be coming out of, out like that. And you can pick them up for $1. Don't pay more than that. There's something that you would think would be really, really good. They're not. I think I took a $15 offer on it or something like that, which again, if you paid $1 for it, you did okay, but don't be paying $5 to $10 when you see somebody having one out. Oh, it's got Michael Jackson on it. It's got to be good. Oh, I'm going to pick it up for $10. You lost money when all is said and done.
Right.
So, again, I know a lot of people will do the BOLO videos for you. We always try to give you some things to watch out for as well, the sucker buys, because, not buying this for $5 saves you money.
Sure.
Then you can buy 5 $1 items that you can make money on. So do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.